I came in from Skopje, and I'm drinking coffee, looking at people. Can you do me a favor? Patty! Patricia! Is she coming? No, she's here. Here she comes. Can you bring me a towel? A small one? Thanks. Because I sweat very easy. I always sweat. Like when it's good. It's very healthy. Yeah, but not like me. It's too much. I sweat everywhere. In like 1 minute I ruin my clothes. It's too much. But it's good. So we can start when you like. Did you come to the show last night? Good. Okay, so we could talk about that and everything else you like to talk about. This is my wake-up coffee.
Yeah.
I just woke up.
Yeah.
We are waiting for the time.
No, it's okay.
After yesterday night concert, what are your impressions from the amphitheater?
First of all, to perform here in Ohrid was really wonderful. The response, the audience, the energy from the people was absolutely outstanding, really. My impressions of the theater, the amphitheater, I can only imagine what it was to be in that place 2,000 years ago, watching gladiators fight. Must have been amazing. The power, the audience, the energy. The show itself, what we're doing, we have a lot of work to do to really develop it, to make it really the best it can be. But I really enjoyed it.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
You said you felt the energy from the people. You performed 8 compositions, and how much of them you worked together with MGM, or some of them are yours, some of them?
That's a very good question. That's a good question because nobody is asking me that. I'm very happy that you asked that question. 2 of the compositions belong to GN. And he said to me he was inspired, he felt motivated, and he also felt the chance to show another side of his own creativity, to make this music and add it into the show, because he was something that was very different than what he does every day. And I thought that was exciting. So I was very happy to have 2 of his songs in the show. The other songs were my compositions, but they were translated. They were reorganized by Gian. And this was very special for me because I don't allow remixes. I don't allow people to touch my music. Strings of Life has been remixed many times, but without my permission. It was very impressive when he brought me these ideas, and I became extremely excited. My aspect of what he did was really my own thinking. I would have been thinking the same.
Yeah, so you find each other.
Yes.
The same level.
Yeah, yeah.
That's great. I wanted to ask something more.
Please, go ahead, take your time. I've been making you wait, so now I'm yours.
No problem. Are you for the first time performing with the Philharmonic Orchestra?
This was the first time I ever performed with the Philharmonic Orchestra anywhere in the world. It's very special, and I felt really honored to have it happen here. The idea in the long term is to produce this show around the world. The concept is to be able to better it, refine it, make it tighter, and then to present it with the concept originating from the Macedonian Philharmonic Orchestra. I think this is very important. This is important that it never be forgotten, and it also is great recognition for this country.
Yeah. So you plan to do something in other, you make concert in other towns, or maybe in
Yes.
US, or with Philharmonic Orchestra? I mean,
I'm going to answer that after I
Yes.
get the towel. I need to keep it because I'm moving quick. Okay.
On tip.
That's okay. Blah, 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 blah. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, ask again.
Your plans for the future. Are you planning to have concert in other world, in
Other countries. Other worlds would be nice.
Yeah, other world would be nice. In other countries, maybe America or somewhere.
Mars would be very cool. You know,
I think.
maybe Tatooine. You know, some of the planets from Star Wars. I could get down on Tatooine for sure. Coruscant. We could do that. We could do that. Yeah, the idea is to take the orchestra on tour. Obviously, we won't be taking all the members of the orchestra themselves. We will be using orchestras from different countries, in Berlin or in America or Berlin. I mean Germany. It depends. But this is the idea. I think in the next year we're going to refine it. We're going to develop it. We're going to make it much more interactive. My part that I'm doing is very spontaneous. I'm working at a point where almost everything I'm doing is thought up at that moment. Exactly. There's nothing that I'm doing that is rehearsed. As a matter of fact, I didn't rehearse with the orchestra at all. I was there for 3 days, but I was practicing only on my sounds with my headphones. They couldn't hear me in the rehearsals at all. And I wasn't sure what I was going to be able to do because I was having problems. I didn't have my keyboards. I was using keyboards that had been rented for me that day. Yeah, so I had a lot of work to do. And I was quite worried, but I wasn't stressed. I wanted to do a good job. I always want to give my best.
I think you did your best.
Thank you. Voila.
I wanted to ask you, because yesterday was the 2nd of August, it's a national holiday in Macedonia. So I wanted to ask you, when did you find out about that? Do you know what does it mean for Macedonian people?
I wasn't aware of exactly what national holiday this was. I would imagine it's close to your independence, you know, similar to what our July 4th of July is in America. Yeah, or Canada has the 5th of July. Or yeah, so this much I knew, but exactly what the independence from, I'm not sure, other than Yugoslavia, you know. So is that what it is?
It's earlier.
Tell me.
It's 2nd of August is the double holiday. So in 1903, so there was a rise in Macedonia.
Uprising.
Yes, uprising against the Turkey occupation.
Oh, the Turks.
Yeah.
Fuck off to the Turks.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So and the
So you told the Turks to get the fuck out.
yeah.
Kushe kurab.
The second was in 1941.
Okay.
And that was against the occupation of Germany. So
Fuck you.
yeah.
Get out. Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, go. Okay. Fucking Deutsch. Okay, I got it. All right. I get it.
So we
So it's a double party.
yeah, it's double.
Okay. That's good.
So the story about Ognen Uzumovsky. You said that he sold his car to get you here. Can you tell us more about
Yeah, of course. The story, Augie, as I call him, he's first of all like a brother to me. He's been to my home in Detroit. We've known each other a very long time. We've gotten to be the best of friends, and he's someone that I really trust and I could rely on forever. He's one of those kind of guys that you really could go to battle with. You know this man is always going to be there. But the first days, when I first came here to this country, I actually performed here in Ohrid, and the war was coming to an end. So to be here was very, very special, very emotional for everybody. And I wasn't really aware of all the politics of this country. So when I arrived here, the people were just the response was unbelievable. I mean, I couldn't even play music because I couldn't hear in the headphones. People were that loud. It was that powerful. But to come here, the preparation to get me here came from Augie in particular. And this man, he sold his car. You know, he did whatever he had to do to have me come here. And I only learned this later. I only realized these things after I was on my way out the country, leaving. Because I play for people all the time. I don't become necessarily connected to the promoters. I don't find myself becoming friends with them. Yes, I may share a dinner. I may have a drink and we have a great time. But I don't become friends. And with the brothers here, you know, it was just like, wow. You know, we just became connected immediately. And to learn that he sold his car for me to come, to go out to dinner with them, and they had no money to take me to eat, and I'm eating in front of them when they can't even eat. Of course I couldn't eat without them. But this was emotional stuff for me. I'd never experienced that before on the level of being an artist coming to visit a country with the promoter. I've never seen a promoter not be able to treat themselves well in my presence. This was very special. And the way he treated me, the way they treated me, him and his friends, it will be with me the rest of my life.
What do you think would be happening if Augie didn't sold his car?
You know what? That's a good question. I think that if Augie had not sold his car, you'd be listening to a lot of folk music right now. Yeah. It would be a very different country. I think that people need to pay more attention to what Augie did. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. Last night, Augie put his money on the line. That's his money. That was nobody else's money for that event last night. He paid for that. You know, he put his own money on the line. He risked everything to make that happen. That orchestra, myself, everyone was paid by him. I know there was a contribution as well from the government, but I can guarantee you that majority of that money comes from him. And this is how much he loves what he does, and he believes in the community. He believes in this country. He believes in doing the right thing for the young people. This is important, and that needs to be supported. That needs to not be forgotten. It needs to be respected. Because here's a man that doesn't have to do that. He could just concentrate on raising his family, you know, and living a good life. He doesn't have to put his money on the line like that. People should remember that and respect that.
The audience remembers you. Oh, sorry. The audience remembers your parties in Gradište, Colosseum, Skopje Fair. Which one you remember most?
Again?
Performing. Macedonian audience remembers your
performances?
Yes, performances in Gradište, in Ohrid, in the.
That's the one here many years ago.
Yes.
Okay.
The Colosseum in Skopje or the Skopje Fair.
Okay, now we can't. The Colosseum in Skopje. Very nice performance. I think it was New Year's Eve. I think. I remember that. Very powerful.
Which one you prefer? You know,
you have to say Ohrid.
maybe-
You have to say Ohrid because Ohrid was the war was coming to an end, and I shouldn't have been here. I was the first DJ. I mean, I should not have been here. Nobody was coming here. Nobody was coming.
leaving.
Everybody was leaving. Nobody was coming. I went to the airport. There was nobody there. You know, it was just UN soldiers.
Yeah.
You know, just me. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy?
What did you feel in that moment when you were coming here and everybody is leaving?
I felt like I felt really special. For me, I'm not afraid of anything. I will go into the place that nobody else will go. I love it. I love the adventure. I'm Mr. Not Afraid. You know, I am Mr. Not Afraid of anything. I will fight for the cause. If I believe it's worth it, I'm there. That's me. So for me, it was, I did the same in Japan during the tsunami. 2 days after the tsunami in Japan, I was on a plane to Japan. I got on a plane with 5 people from America. The police said to me as I was getting on the plane, Mr. Mei, do you realize where you're going? Do you understand what's happening in Japan?
In Macedonia, the audience knows you very well. and they adored you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you like most in Macedonia?
Well, first of all, let's be honest. Macedonia is a country that has a long way to go to develop. I think that I say 20 years. That it's going to be I'm afraid that in 20 years the EU is going to be here for sure. They're going to change this country. I really don't want to see it happen. It's going to happen. I guarantee you. You have too many resources. You know, you have all the fish. You have fresh water. Fresh water is huge. In the future, fresh water is oil. The wars of the future will be fought over water. They won't be fought over oil. And this place is prime real estate for fresh water. You know, you have the mountains, you have skiing, you know, you have summertime areas, you have beaches, you know, you have vegetation, huge amounts of vegetation. So I love it for the natural resources. I think it's beautiful.
Is this your first time to collaborate with MGM? And
Yes, that much is true. Yes.
And are your expectations fulfilled? You know, fulfilled. Did you expect it this, or maybe more, maybe less, maybe?
Okay. First of all, as far as my collaborations with GN are concerned, it's the first time. We discussed this for over a year. We didn't really have a chance to rehearse like we wanted to, and it was because of me. It wasn't because of him. I've been just too busy. He's very busy too, but I wasn't able to come together with him and make it better. I think that if we could, and he's so understanding, and he's so relaxed, and he's so easygoing. He doesn't feel the pressure, and if he does, he shakes it off. You know, he's a yoga kind of guy. You know, so he understands how to release, and this creates a wonderful energy around him. This creates the sense of confidence that it's possible. Don't worry. Breathe. You know, and I was really happy to work with him because of this reason. And I think that the more we work together, again, the better the show is going to be. I really believe that. I really believe that we're going to do this concept around the planet. You know, you had another part of the question you asked me?
Yeah, did you expect it more or less, or exactly this?
As far as my expectation of the show was concerned, I was only expecting for me to not disappoint the orchestra. This was very important for me. I mean, I have 30 people behind me that are giving their all. They're rehearsing at 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, we are in that theater at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning rehearsing, and I'm thinking I cannot disappoint these professionals. I have to give them the best I can give them. So I became very serious about it, and my expectation was just to not fail, and just to live up to the expectation of these people behind me. So I was very happy with the result. But again, it's going to get better. And the better part is going to have to come from me, my performance. Yeah.
And when you do it better, are you coming again?
Yes, of course. I'll be here. I guarantee you.
In Ohrid.
Yes, in Ohrid. Yes.
Did you collaborate with other Macedonian musicians?
For this performance? Or other performances?
Other.
No, I haven't. This has been the first time. The most I've done is to be in contact and to become friends and to make the connection. Of course, I'm always when I'm in Skopje, Islet is like the creative hangout.
Yeah.
You know, so you're going to meet everybody at Islet. So it's possible that one day maybe there'll be more collaborations. But right now, my energy is only on the orchestra.
Yeah, that's great. It's great project. And in the end, I will not take you anymore. Where in Macedonia did you taste the most delicious meal?
Aha.
Or did you try rakia, Macedonia?
I don't drink rakia.
No?
That stuff is serious shit.
No, you don't like it?
I don't drink it. I'm a wine guy. I can't drink that shit. It's like drinking like. Blah.
So, do you like Macedonian wines?
I do. I drink.
Yeah?
Well, come on. When you come to Macedonia, you better not order a French wine. That's a smack in the face, you know. You don't do that. You drink the local wine, of course. And when I'm When I'm in Ohrid, I'm eating fish. When I'm in Skopje, I eat fish anyway. I know Skopje is not the fish place. I know. But we find good fish in Skopje. We order it. But when I'm here, I'm eating the fish right from this lake.
Yeah, right.
You know, that's right. I'm eating it. I don't know the name of it, but we call it in English a perch.
Perch.
Pink. It's a bit pink.
Yeah, it's trout.
Trout. Sorry. But also you have a perch, I think. You have a couple different kinds of fish.
Yeah, different kinds.
I love them all. Fish. Bring me the fish. Bring me the cheese. Bring me the cucumbers and the tomatoes. Oh my God. That's the best tomatoes I've had in the world. I was in Japan 4 days ago. The quality of food here is better than Japan. But of course Japan, the Japanese cuisine is very special. But for a city, for a country of so many people like Japan, to still be able to produce food of that quality is very impressive. And in Macedonia, I hope you can continue to maintain the quality of your vegetables and your fish and your meat. This is wonderful. I love it.
Okay.
We're done.
Thank you.
Done. I know you need it.